Hi, hello, me again. It is the repetitive autistic individual. Please, I hope you brought your snacks and low expectations. Today, I decided that it has been too long since I have actually made a proper video. I've been making a lot of lives. Oh, this is a bit more relaxed because I don't have to worry about finding people and stuff. It really has been a while. But today, I mentioned this in a live. I decided that I'm going to be doing a board tour of what looks like a serial killer type of board tour. And I'm not sure of the structure exactly because I don't want to take everything down. So I think I'm just going to position this so that you can... let me just move myself out of the way. Currently my phone is balancing on one of those, you know those things that are meant to hold like plates? Okay, I didn't mean to turn this far away. Let's try to turn, okay, we're turning very, very far this way. Anyway, Guess this is a perfect example of my videos. Perhaps this is why you guys like to join me. Also, thank you for 40 subscribers. I am very excited to have hit another double-digit marker. And one that is not involved having to get any bots or paying for such things, although some promotions would be useful, but I'm too poor for that. Anyways, this is past my ADHD meds working. That seems to be the general norm of what we do. Classic, let's just do different things with my hair throughout the entire video. What my hair, okay, I'm not gonna embarrass myself to that degree. I do that because my hair is very, very curly. And yes, I actually showered now. Oh god, the look, okay. But yes, for the people that have been attending the lives and how I basically put my physical health appearance and all that on the side, I showered. Didn't make much of a difference for my hair other than making it look more curly, and also, at least in this light, it doesn't look dark brown, but it doesn't look very good either. Alright, let's have a tour of what is on the board. I just realized I am missing something incredibly important. Let's see, do I have it near me? No, I do not. Excuse me for one moment. Just a moment. One singular moment. Alright, so I wanted to get a pointer. As always, I'm very prepared. I wanted to get a pointer, but I decided that I couldn't find one fast enough. So, and I don't have my glasses on. So we're gonna be working with one item of my choice. And I think a ladle is gonna work. So here we have Witchy shopping list. This is the first item here. This paper at the far left, Witchy shopping list, which includes the herbs such as valerian root, lavender, patchouli, or incense, including patchouli and dragon's blood. Personally, I love dragon's blood. It's great at cleansing. Still need to do my witchy haul. Now, here is my adulting to-do list. Honestly, these types of to-do lists, they're amazing. They look ridiculous. You can't see them from here, but there's another one over here you might be able to see. There's one that this is bouncing on, but I can't show that anyways. But it essentially has crossing off all the things that I need to do. I write them repetitively and hang up the ones that still have a couple things left that are probably going to take longer to do, like oil change in my car or fixing the side mirror. That story time, very funny at the beginning, but now gets much less and less funny the longer. I'm gonna have to pay a lot for that. Anyways, next, underneath it we have, I can't show exactly what it is because it has personal information, but to describe it, it is essentially, You know those when I went to my GP and it's a blood test, a blood panel like request, so that I had to go and get my blood test. That's another story. I almost passed out while I was driving on the I-5 because I couldn't have eaten for very long, but I used the will of protecting my maybes to keep going because she goes with me everywhere. Next, we have up here, I saw something that was like kid would call a potential thing for the kids, or like people like other like potential Christmas presents, but I will not elaborate in case people watch my video. That might be for. Here we have vet info because I continuously got notifications from May's veterinarian, and they involve reminding me that she needed to check up for things. She's very healthy seeming, and I've called the vet to make sure about things that if she's exhibited different behaviors, but it's time for an annual checkup. I just need to save money, and I made an appointment, and the soonest one I could get is in February. So essentially, what date was it? Oh, okay, there was one is in January, I believe. Yeah, it was in January. So at the very least, May will get her checkup before I'm 22 years old. Not sure when the last one is. Here, we have the date of my psych appointment. Here, we have more on my blood test and vaccine information. In case anyone cares, I've had my Tdap and my influenza shot. I've also had my meningitis shot, which led to a very concerning rash at the time on my arm, which has left some scars, but oh well, I didn't have any other symptoms and it went away, and I sort of just did that thing where I was like, all right, let's see what happens. Either I die or it gets worse and I'm conscious enough to call 911. Next, we have this, which is essentially my academic degree works and what I need to do, and it's very, very messed up and archaic because the place that I go to is a pretty good university, and it should be able to do this. They definitely have enough money to fix their online system, but the community college that I went to, not dissing community colleges, but they are funded much less, but their system was amazing. And this one, if I talk about it, part of my soul will die, and there's not much left of it anyways. Up here, we have just random definitions of things that I saw, including QED, Latin for... Alright, I started Latin class, but I didn't finish it. So the pronunciation might be off, which is Quod erat demonstrated. Yeah, I got that right. Which means that which is / was to be demonstrated. The one on top says the yippies. These are from House MD, the show. This is a quote. House said it was. I wrote down for some reason that it was. Is that season 5? Yeah, it was season 5 or 6 episode. I think at least the episode was 21. I think it was 5. It looks like it's saying 53, but I know that they only have 8 seasons, so that's probably wrong. And it says great athletes lost their confidence and immediately started sucking. And the reason that's there is because it reminded me of the times in which my anxiety kicked in, and I was just like, you know what? I am supposed to be incredibly smart, but apparently right now my brain just decided to say no. Immediately sucking. I don't know. Anxiety makes your, basically, if anxiety starts, if it just it begins, if your confidence is anywhere, it could be here, it could be here, it could be here, but either way, it'll end up here. At the bottom of whatever it is that's out there. Next we have, I just wrote down the phone number for the disability center that I needed to call for my university to make sure I get my accommodations, because I ended up not getting them for this semester. quarter. Thankfully, what's next to it is the date. Some big letters. This one here, stating the date, and in large numbers, it's all in red. Says, "Don't miss it." I yell at myself in a lot of this. And by the way, the reason this video is up here is because in a live, Lou, I think it was Lou Willie, joked about it. And then I mentioned how, we'll get to it, some of the stuff that was in here. So this was requested. I did not intend to do this, but to be fair, I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure this is original content because I have never seen somebody use a ladle to explain how they used it, flat screen TV as a makeshift whiteboard, putting a bunch of shit on it. By the way, this is also plumber's tape that is used as string because I couldn't find string, which makes a lot of sense taped up there. Paper clips holding them there. And I'm using a ladle. So if this isn't entertaining, or if this isn't entertainment, at the very least showing what it looks like to lose your mind, I don't know what is. I'm using a fucking ladle. And the thing is, the reason I'm baffled is because it didn't seem that strange to me in the beginning. Then we have something that just randomly says, look up familial Mediterranean fever. Genetic constricted people from Middle Eastern descent. I think I saw that in house, and I was like, well, I'm half Arab. Should I worry about that? But it's not like I get worried. I was just curious, really, mostly. There's just here another adult. We have just another adulting to-do list stuff of reminding me of stuff like my psych appointment. I just repeat things just to remind myself. Next is a to-do list, which hasn't had much crossed off of, and I don't feel like reading it off because then it just reminds me of what I haven't done. I never know what to look at. I guess it doesn't matter. Then it's just reminding me to find classes, and it says deadlines of when to pick the courses that I've missed. But I still have time. Hopefully there's some available. This was my attempt at trying to organize the stuff that was in this paper, because this is ridiculously convoluted, which is the way that the actual website from my current university worked, and it was extremely annoying, so I tried to organize it, and as you can see, it's simply one paper because I gave up. Now we have some of the video ideas that I wrote down here. This and this is videos, ideas, and planning on when I'm going to do lives and such. And then we move up here, which just was a reminder to contact academic advisor about the courses that I needed to pick that I'm probably should have done much earlier and missed some of the dates, and a lot of them are full, and I'm upset about that. Now, I just realized what would make life easier is if I moved closer. Okay. Think this is good? Yeah. All right. Now, just one moment. Sorry, just needed that. I'm not sorry, but I needed that. Here we have definition of megalomania, and for those of you that do not know, it is obsession with the exercise of power, especially in the domain of others. Give me a rating in the comments of 1 out of 5 how much you think that exemplified in me. And then we have ontological, which is, I wrote 2 points. 1, branch of metaphysics, that an arrow, nature of being. 2, relation between concepts in and category subject area. In comments, let me know if you can figure out what I meant. Here I was helping roommate with an essay, and as one does while they're explaining about something with the ladle, it just makes sense that along with the stuff that's hanging on plumber's tape, including like my degree works and my to-do list and the vaccines and my blood test stuff, it just makes sense to have a list of the presidents beginning from the 1960s till President Bush Jr. And their terms, whether or not they were Republican or Democrat, like which one, and their religious, like if their religious stance. Just to let you know, JFK was Catholic. If you didn't know, Gerald Ford was Republican and an evangelist. Jimmy Carter was a Democrat and Baptist. Ronald Reagan was an evangelist and Republican. By the way, I didn't know much about American history, but when I started looking all this stuff up, it was like, damn, I know you guys did some good things, but like, it's just in relation to like fuck ups or like karma. Imagine karma, and then the song of one day or another, I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna get you one day, maybe next week. Karma's gonna come because there was some of them. Which one was it? Bill Clinton, I forget. There's a lot of fuckery going on. Anyways, and then there's just an extra post-it note about George W. Bush Jr., how he grew up with a mix of Presbyterian and, I'm going to butcher this word, episcopal, that thing growing up within his parents, and then he ended up evangelical, which I wrote down was the same as Methodist in the churches. I don't know if that's real. And I also found out that after, I believe it was Bush, after he got out, came out of rehab for, just adjust this with my ladle. After he came out of rehab for drugs and alcohol, he then stated, again, no shame to people who do that, but just gonna say, if you come out of rehab for drugs and alcohol, and then come out and say God chose me to become president, and not in a metaphorical sense, like literally saying that that's what happened, let me know what you guys think. But yeah, this has been a tour of what's on the board currently. Previously, there is different stuff. It varies, and in case you're wondering, no, I don't use. Roommate likes the flat screen, but I do not like using TVs. I'm just not partial to it, unless it is in this form. To be fair, I didn't have a whiteboard. I'm very good at improvising, okay? Back in when I was younger, I managed to hang up a canopy, you know, those kinds of nets that, like, canopy thing. I improvised and it worked very well. Hung it up with a squeegee. And also, duct tape is amazing. I'm gonna stop now. I think this is one of the most randomish videos that I've ever made. It was somewhat recommended. This just went places I didn't know I was capable of going. I'm going to stop because I'm incredibly tired and I really should probably go to sleep. But in any case, hope you all are doing well. Please subscribe and put on notifications and all that. And please double check if you're subscribed because YouTube likes to mess with me. Thank you for the 40 followers. Very much appreciate it. And please do leave comments because that is my favorite part. I love the engagement. And as usual, if I do a live, I will let you guys know. I hope you enjoyed this. This could be a series type of thing, but like, it's not my ladle. Anyways, bye.